The 2013 and 1974 adaptations of The Great Gatsby establish very different atmospheres during the Buchanans' dinner party. The 2013 version makes the party a casual, comfortable get-together between old friends, while in the 1974 version, Nick and the Buchanans act less familiar with each other and Nick is far more out of place. These atmospheres are created in part by different characterizations of the Buchanans. In the 2013 version, Tom is more aggressive and belligerent, and Daisy is less airheaded and more charming than her 1974 counterpart. The 1974 Tom shows his superiority over Nick in more subtle ways, while the 2013 Tom asserts himself loudly and physically. Tom's outright manner of speaking and his physicality with Nick give a feeling of familiarity between the two. Daisy's added charm in the 2013 version, compared to her vapid, self-absorbed portrayal in 1974, makes her and Nick seem closer and more fond of each other's company.
Nick, it's about time.
I'm really not sure how to operate that thing.
Well, you should have told us. We would have sent the motor cruiser for you. How are you?
Is this all yours?
Some of it belongs to Daisy. Where's your place?
Across the bay. But it's just a little cottage I got for $80 a month.
80 a month? Our beer bills at New Haven were more than that.
You forget. I am now just a struggling bond salesman on Wall Street.
Her husband was heir to one of America's wealthiest families. His name was Tom Buchanan. When we were at Yale together, he'd been a sporting star. But now his glory days were behind him, and he contented himself with other affairs.
Thought I told you not to call me here.
Wes!
Shakespeare!
Tom!
Oh! How's the great American novel coming?
I'm selling bonds now with Walter Chase's outfit.
Now, let's say after dinner, you and I were going to town.
Can't.
Catch up with the wolf pack.
Big day on the job tomorrow.
Nonsense! We're going. First team, All-American. You see? Made me who I am today. Forest Hills. Play the Prince of Wales. What a sissy. Life is something you dominate, Nick. If you're any good.
Oh!
In the 1974 film, Nick arrives at the Buchanans by boat carrying his wet hat which he dropped into the water on the way across the Sound. He's greeted by Tom, who is riding a horse and is dressed in polo clothing. Not only is Tom physically elevated above Nick, but their respective entrances and clothing is a subtle way to accentuate their class and economic disparity. In the 2013 version, Tom and Nick greet each other as equals. They use nicknames and interact in a familiar way. Tom's manner of greeting Nick is louder and more physical than his 1974 persona, but it speaks of familiarity between them. He takes Nick by the shoulders and steers him around the house as he shows it off and boasts loudly about his awards. He ends the scene by tackling Nick into the next room. His manner, as well as serving the same purpose as the 1974 film's positioning and clothing of the characters, plays up Tom and Nick's former relationship and results in a scene that is more casual and less awkward than the 1974 film.
Nick? Is it really you?
It is.
Oh, my dear lost love. I'm paralyzed with happiness. Jordan, this is my second cousin once removed, Nick Carraway. Does that mean we kiss when we greet or no?
I hope it means we do.
Tom says you've just come from Chicago. Tell me everything. Do they miss me?
The whole town is desolate.
Oh, how gorgeous. Why candles? In 2 weeks, it'll be the longest day in the year. Do you always watch for the longest day in the year and then miss it? I do.
We ought to plan something.
All right. What do we plan? What do people plan?
Is that you, my lovely?
Daisy Buchanan, the golden girl. A breathless warmth flowed from her, a promise that there was no one else in the world she so wanted to see.
Do they miss me in Chicago?
Yes, at least a dozen people send their love.
How gorgeous.
They're absolutely in mourning. They're crying. Yes,
I
they're
don't believe it.
wailing.
I
They're
don't
screaming.
believe
They're
you.
shouting, Daisy Buchanan, we can't live without you.
I'm paralyzed with happiness.
Whoa!
Would you like to hear a family secret?
That's why I came over.
It's about the butler's nose.
Things went from bad to worse.
I hate that word, Hulk.
Nikki, I heard a rumor that you were getting married to a girl out west.
It's a libel. I'm too poor.
They have to be old so they die quickly.
Can't we talk about something else?
We oughta
Anything.
plan.
Crops. You're making me feel uncivilized, Daisy.
In the 1974 film, Daisy is portrayed as simple-minded and hardly likable. Her voice is shrill and annoying, and she makes observations that are odd and vapid.
Distant wail all night.
In 2 weeks, it'll be the longest day in the year. Do you always watch for the longest day in the year and then miss it? I do. What do people plan? Oh, there's a bird on the lawn.
In the 2013 film, Daisy makes similar inane statements, but keeping her character consistent with the novel, she has a few lines that make you wonder how clueless she actually is.
Tom's very profound lately. He reads deep books with long words in them.
It's been proved. Scientific.
We've got to beat them down. That's the best thing a girl in this world can be. A beautiful little fool.
The effect of these different portrayals of Daisy is that she becomes a more likable and sympathetic character in the 2013 film. This makes her relationship with Nick seem closer and less awkward than it is in the 1974 film. The different characterizations of the Buchanans in the two films greatly affects the atmosphere of their party. The 1974 film feels awkward, formal, and unfamiliar, while the 2013 film is comfortable, casual, and intimate. The portrayal of Tom as aggressive and controlling in the 2013 film and Daisy as airheaded in the 1974 film are main contributors to the respective atmospheres.